Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. It is Friday before our Labor Day weekend.
Do we say Friday?
Yay!
Yes. Oh, we made it. And so many folks getting ready to enjoy a long holiday weekend. The airport is already packed. We'll show you that coming up. We've got high school football tonight. There were some big games last night. There's big games tonight.
OSU getting it done.
Yes.
On the gridiron, and now OU playing tomorrow. So it's a big weekend. A lot of folks may be staying inside, but it's going to be nice outside too if you make it there. Let's talk to Megan Gold. Megan, the rain is what a lot of folks are wondering for the weekend.
And we will have a chance for a few showers, especially tomorrow. I think for high school football, we look great tonight. Check out all of the rainfall amounts from this past week. The last 4 to 5 days, we have had wave after wave of rain and storms, and anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 inches of rain have fallen across the metro, back into northern Oklahoma and far western and eastern Oklahoma. Check it out. Several bullseyes, almost half of a foot of rain. That has been the big deal this week, with temperatures in the 60s and the 70s, and tracking a few more showers on the radar across southeastern Oklahoma and also up to the north and west. Dry here in Oklahoma City. Can't rule out a sprinkle, an isolated shower or two. But the big deal you'll notice out the door is the clouds. We are socked in with them. 66 degrees right now with a northeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures are generally running in the mid to upper 60s, a few low 70s in far southern Oklahoma. And into the afternoon, we're talking more 70s today. What about into the afternoon rain chances? Again, I think about a 10 to a 20% chance for a sprinkle, a shower or two. Coming up, we'll talk about weekend rain and storm chances and another strong cold front. Your 9-day forecast minutes away, guys. Back to you.
Megan, thank you. Del City police say they're looking for a suspect after a man is shot in a neighborhood. Happened last night around 8:15 at Southeast 44th and Bryan. Officers say that victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police say right now they don't even have a description of the suspect, but of course, we'll be following.
I forgave him the moment I heard what happened, because I won't let anything or anybody cause my heart to become bitter for any reason, because he's not worth it.
Oh, goodness.
The mother of a man killed at Rose State College in 2023, and the suspect in that deadly shooting has now been found guilty of first-degree murder. The violence all unfolded there on campus in Midwest City 2 years ago.
Boy, for that mother to say she forgives the man who killed her son. Our Brianna Brown has details from the trial that happened and more reaction from that victim's family.
The family of R.J. Long has been seeking justice since he was shot and killed in 2023. Now, Brandon Morissette faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars for murder. In April of 2023, police swarmed the Rose State campus. Midwest City Police said Brandon Morissette shot and killed R.J. Long because he believed Long was having an affair with his wife. Investigators said Morissette's wife told police Long was only a classmate and friend. The trial began Monday, and jurors began their deliberations Thursday afternoon before delivering the verdict shortly after 4 p.m.
I really want to say thank you to our jurors. They did an amazing job. There's a lot of details, a lot of stories, a lot of facts, and how quickly they deliberated. I'm so thankful and want to thank them personally.
The jury recommended life without parole. A judge is set to sentence Morissette in October. His attorneys said they plan to appeal. In Midwest City, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Meanwhile, that suspect, Brandon Morissette, faces separate felony charges, we've learned, for reportedly having child pornography. That case is still pending.
2 women are arrested and accused of trafficking a 13-year-old Metro girl. Oklahoma City police say Sabrina Cirlos was set to receive $50 for arranging her 13-year-old relative to be a prostitute. Another relative, Cynthia Cirlos, told officers that she wasn't aware of the situation, but police believe otherwise. Both are now in the Oklahoma County Jail on $50,000 bonds.
The suspect in a deadly Elk City crash is sentenced to 2 extra years in federal prison. We're talking about Jose Oxlaw. He pled guilty in federal court to illegally re-entering the country. This man on your screen was deported back in 2010. He was here illegally when police say he crashed into a truck in 2023 and killed 6 people. Right now, Oxlaw is serving 4 years in state prison on manslaughter charges.
The man accused of ambushing and stabbing an Edmond police officer during a traffic stop waives his right to a preliminary hearing. We're talking about 22-year-old Ocean Hudson, who's seen on body cam video attacking Officer Caleb Hodum with pepper spray, then stabbing the officer in the torso. It all happened during a traffic stop near 15th and Broadway. This was back in May. Hudson is charged with 6 counts, including assault and battery on a police officer. He remains in jail on a $5 million bond. His next court appearance set for October 1st.
Well, Republican State Representative Ty Burns, who represents a lot of the Payne County area, has pled guilty to domestic abuse and assault charges. The court documents show the charges are tied to 2 family incidents, one late last year and another earlier this year. Ty Burns has been sentenced to a 1-year suspended sentence on all counts. He is stepping away from a leadership role in the House. He will attend an intervention program, but he's not leaving the Capitol. He will remain in office as the representative for House District 35.
An investigation is underway after a phone store employee in Tulsa is now accused of stealing nude pictures of a customer off of her phone. Abigail Eddingfield claims that she was having issues with her phone, so she took it to a store in Tulsa. She says that her phone was fixed in 15 minutes, but she claims the next day she realized that that employee likely stole the pictures. Now she says that she feels violated.
That didn't belong to you. It did not belong to the partner. It didn't belong to anybody but me. And that's a feeling I've never felt before.
So at this point, police say they are still investigating. Important to note, no charges have been filed.
Let's take a live look. How are we doing on the roads this morning from the Lucky Star Skycam network ahead of the big Labor Day holiday? Yeah, the roads are a little busy this morning. This is a live look over from our Integris cam at Lake Hefner Parkway. Our news tracker, Stephen Owsley, has been keeping an eye on the Labor Day travel out at the airport. Yep, him and about 500 of his new best friends. We've been watching the traffic inside. It's been kind of a steady stream of flyers who are trying to get those early flights. We've checked, Will Rogers. It looks like all the airlines are doing A-OK. Just remember to have the right ID, make sure the luggage is the right size to get in the overhead compartment, and make sure you got that real ID as well.
Exactly. Don't bring any of the liquids. That'll just slow you down. This morning, sheriffs from several counties are reacting to Attorney General Getner Drummond's block of Oklahoma Highway Patrol's plan to move troopers out of the Oklahoma City and Tulsa metro areas. In Pottawatomie County, the sheriff, Freeland Woods, says that his staff is already stretched thin. And while state troopers do cover crashes, he says none are currently assigned to his county. Sheriff Woods says regardless of whether OHP goes through with its plan or not, his department will continue to serve its citizens.
It would help us if they were here, but if they can't be here, then we just keep doing what we're doing. You know, I'm not gonna, I'm not losing sleep over it, I can tell you that.
The Highway Patrol says it's currently reviewing that original plan and will make some adjustments. Meanwhile, the plan is set to begin November 1st.
The Oklahoma State Board of Education, the members have called for a special meeting with the Secretary of State, Ryan Walters. The board was set to hold the regular meeting Thursday, but the night before it got canceled by the superintendent. Board member Mike Tinney tells News 9 they were wanting to vote on a new attorney. A special meeting now has been set for next Wednesday morning at the Capitol at 10. We'll be watching what happens. This will possibly be the first meeting since 2 board members say they saw nudity on Ryan Walters' office TV at last month's board meeting. We will see if Walters will be there.
Oklahoma City voters will decide on 11 different proposals to improve Oklahoma City's critical infrastructure in a special election this October. More than $130 million would help the Oklahoma City Fire Department update and build new facilities. The fire department plans to build a training facility along with 3 new fire stations. More funding will be used for facility renovations. However, the chief says updates to city streets will help firefighters as well respond to emergencies faster.
We want to make sure as we continue to grow that we're doing everything we can to assure residents receive high quality service in a quick, efficient manner throughout the city.
This overall bond, $2.7 billion, and voters will vote on each project area separately on Election Day. That special election takes place October 14th.
In Norman, the police department welcoming a new addition to the team. Meet K-9 Officer Murphy. She's the first canine in the metro to specialize in electronic storage detection. Only one of 6 in the state. You go, girl. She can find phones, hard drives, and USBs. Could she just come to my house and help me? The department says Murphy plays a vital role when it comes to cases like child exploitation and internet crimes. Welcome, Canine Officer Murphy, to Norman.
Does she also find keys?
There you go.
That would be extremely
Wow.
helpful. She also specializes in cuteness. I can mention that as well.
What an adorable officer there. Hey, Megan is here. She's watching the weather for us before we go. It's Friday. It's a long holiday weekend. We're excited about it, Megan.
So excited. High school football tonight.
Yes.
Then tomorrow we've got OU playing. Of course, OSU played last night and got the win. If you are dressing the kiddos for the bus stop this morning, we are dry. Can't rule out an isolated sprinkle or shower, but here's next gen. You're waking up to dry conditions, but overcast skies. Check it out. Can't even see the top of the Devon Tower. Temperatures are running in the upper 60s, 66 degrees right now at Will Rogers. And your hour by hour forecast here, we're going to warm it only into the mid 70s today. Widespread rain and storm chances into the weekend for some. We'll talk about when and where, and another strong cold front coming up after the break.
I am a mom. I have 2 babies at home, and I think it has changed the way that I talk about weather in a sense and the things that I think are important. There have been times that severe weather is threatening my family while I'm on air. Just a monster hailstorm, wind of 80 to 90 miles per hour. But when I'm in it and we're dealing with severe weather and our team is kind of firing on all cylinders, I'm grateful to be there and to be a part of something that's bigger than me.
Oklahoma weather expert Lacey Swope on Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
All right, the bus stop forecast.
Yeah, today, maybe not the rain jackets like we've needed pretty much
Right?
every morning all week long.
It has just been kind of a soggy week, cool
Soaker,
temperatures.
yeah. Doesn't feel like August.
Not at all.
I mean, it's hard to believe. I know we're about to start September next week, but I mean, I cannot believe this last week in August in Oklahoma.
It's been fantastic. And tonight, a lot of folks heading out to the stadiums. They're going to be watching some high school football. Is it too soon to bring the blankets? I mean, that's a lot.
Maybe that's going
a little premature. Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes we like the blanket.
Hey, I'm cold right now in the studio. I'm like, I'd take a blanket right now. You know, I turn the fireplace on every day this week in our house.
Did you really?
And my husband came home. He's like, "Girl, what are you doing?" And I'm like,
you know what? To each their own.
There you go, sister. I'm with you.
You were burning pumpkin spice candles, so I don't think we can
know
talk.
there were a lot of people.
Absolutely, yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Normally, these first couple of high school football games, first couple of college football games, they're toasty. Nothing like that if you are headed out to high school football tonight. I think we look dry. We will have clouds around. Temperatures in the 70s. When do you get that? A light breeze. And then tomorrow for the OU game, I think we could have a chance for a few sprinkles and showers. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Here's the live look across our Lucky Stars SkyCam network. The clouds are hanging in thick here on your Friday morning. And if you are headed out the door, the roads, they look good. Here's the view from downtown. Notice, can't even see really the tops of the buildings. So the bus stop forecast for the kiddos, can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle, but super, super comfortable. And we're not tracking those widespread rain and storms that we've had essentially every single day this week. Here is when you add up all the waves of rain from the month of August. Hard to believe the month is essentially over here. We have had just under 4.5 inches of rain, and normal for this month for August would be 3.6 inches. So we have been just under an inch over normal for this time of year. And here are your highs. Over the last 4 days, we've been in the 60s, the 70s here in Oklahoma City. Of course, last week was the big heat, and there is still no big heat showing up on your 9-day. I know there were many of you yesterday that were in the 90s, and far southern Oklahoma even had some triple digits, but the majority of the state was not. Here it is, the overcast skies, 66 degrees with a northeast breeze, humidity at 93%. I've been watching for a little bit of fog to develop in spots, but haven't seen that so far this morning, which is great news. We've had a few showers across the south and east, also across the panhandle here on your Friday morning, but the main body of the state, it is drying. These are going to try and track off to the east. So panhandle chances about a 20 to a 30% chance this morning, and then a slight chance off to the south and east for a few sprinkles and showers, but in Oklahoma City, we are dry, and I think we'll stay that way. Here's the big picture. The heat dome, the ridge of high pressure, it's back off to the west, and it stays there. We will track a couple of waves of rain and storms this weekend, mainly overnight and into the morning hours. So overnight tonight into your Saturday morning, and then overnight Saturday and into Sunday, mainly across western Oklahoma. And then for Labor Day, I think about a 20% chance for showers, a little bit higher off into eastern Oklahoma. And here's the main show of this coming week. We're going to have another strong cold front Wednesday and into Thursday. Canadian air coming in over the Great Lakes, the Midwest. And for us here at home, I think we could have morning lows on Friday in the 40s across far northern Oklahoma. Definitely 50s and highs back in the 70s. We'll also track additional chances for rain and storms. So here's your rain timeline over your Labor Day weekend. Rain chances are not exceptionally high here in Oklahoma City, about a 40% chance tomorrow morning through midday. It'll come down, so 10 to a 20% chance for the OU game. And then for your Sunday morning through midday, and then it kind of tapers off from there. So again, not exceptionally high. Don't go canceling any plans. Can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle through the day today. We'll watch for storms to develop in the northwest, and those will move into the western parts of the state overnight tonight. They should weaken, should fall apart, but I think we'll track a few showers and storms around for your Saturday morning into the afternoon. Again, about a 10 to a 20% chance, and then more storms develop in the northwest overnight Saturday and into Sunday. Our temperatures are running in the 60s this morning. We've got a light breeze out of the northeast today. Winds are pretty light, and again, about a 10% chance for an isolated shower or sprinkle. Higher chances in the northwest, and our highs today, we're back in the 70s. Unbelievable for this time of year, about 15 degrees below normal. And for high school football, we're falling to around 70 degrees by the end of the game under mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures tonight, they fall back into the 60s, and we'll go a 60 to an 80% chance tonight through tomorrow morning. And that will slide east through the morning hours into the afternoon. And highs tomorrow, they're back in the 70s. For the OU game, slight chance again. Can't rule it out for a few showers during tailgating into kickoff. And then I think by the end of the game, we are dry. By Monday, a 20% chance for a few showers. Your Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to warm it back into the low 80s with dry conditions before our next cold front slides through Wednesday into Thursday, taking us back into the 70s. And we'll track more rain chances, guys. Let's look at your forecast. Back to you.
Now to that heartbreak in Minneapolis. Authorities continue just trying to unfold the motive, what was going on with that killer's mindset before the deadly mass shooting at the Catholic Church. 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel and 10-year-old Harper Moisky were both shot and killed during the morning mass. It was the first week of school. Police say 18 others were injured. We are told the shooter, Robin Westman, idolized mass killers and was previously a member at that parish. The mother had worked there before. We will continue watching that story as it unfolds from Minnesota.
20 years ago today, Hurricane Katrina made its second and most destructive landfall in the U.S., coming ashore in parts of southeast Louisiana. The Category 3 hurricane resulted in more than 1,800 fatalities. It caused extensive damage to the city of New Orleans and to surrounding areas.
Country Eggs recalling a large brown cage-free Sunshine yolks sold under multiple brand names. So it is an egg recall due to a possible salmonella contamination. The FDA says there have been over 90 reports of illnesses across 14 states. We're seeing if any of these were in Oklahoma. Consumers, if you do have any of these, please throw them away or return them for a refund where you purchased them.
6:22 right now. We do have some breaking news. Our news tracker, Lex Stanfield, is at the scene of a crash. This is near Southeast 74th and Midwest Boulevard. According to reports, a car crashed into a motorcycle. You're taking a live look here at the scene right now as police are working to direct traffic. Of course, it could cause some delays this morning. We see one lane getting by, the officer trying to work traffic there, kind of giving one side the chance to go, but there is a long backup there. This again, 74th and Midwest.
Looks like this is right out one of the Tinker gates. So just kind of a heads up this morning as you are in this area as we pan back over. So if you're going into the Tinker area. What was that address one more time, Colby?
Southeast 74th and Midwest Boulevard.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're trying to let some cars go by, but again, directing traffic, so it's going to be slow going.
We could see the white car. I don't know if we could see that motorcycle. We'll let you know if anyone was seriously injured there. All right, 6:22. The first full week of high school football is here. Yep, they call it week 0. And safety remains a top concern for parents. Coming up, how law enforcement will be working with school districts at football games on Friday night to make sure everyone is safe and has a good time.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
6:30 on our Friday. It is Labor Day weekend. Taking a live look downtown OKC and kind of see kind of a low deck of clouds there. We're watching the airport. It's already packed. If you got an early flight, get there early. We are also watching a situation out at Tinker at the Piazza Gate 31. There's been a crash there, so slow going coming off Midwest Boulevard there off the southwest side. Traffic report. It looks like that might be our shot right there. This is a live look over by Tinker.
Our news tracker Lex Stanfield is there at this crash. It was a car that looked like it hit a motorcycle right here, Southeast 74th and Midwest Boulevard. It crashed right outside of the Tinker Gate. This is a Piazza Gate 31, if you're familiar. And we're seeing that the motorcycle's been moved. It looks like that car has since been towed, but it's slow going there, coming right off of Southeast 74th as folks are trying to approach the gate. Police right now trying to direct traffic as they continue to clean up this scene. Again, we don't know the extent of the injuries, just how badly, if any, one was injured, if how badly they were injured. So they have it cleared. They're working to get everything cleaned up. We'll keep you posted as soon as we learn more.
All right, Megan is watching the forecast for the long holiday weekend. I just am getting a report from the airport. It does look like everyone's moving through the line quickly. Everything is A-okay, but still get there early. Don't chance it, Megan.
And grab a toothbrush because I forget it every single time. Make sure you've got all the things if you are headed somewhere fun. Be safe. Really keeping an eye on the big weekend, all the fun plans going on from high school football tonight to the OU game tomorrow. And there will be a chance for a little bit of rain tomorrow. Can't rule out a few showers as we go into the afternoon. And then by the time the game gets underway, I think we're dry. So just a heads up on that one. Don't go canceling any plans. I don't think we're tracking widespread statewide rain. Here's the view from our Lucky Stars Skycam network here on your Friday morning. The cloud deck hanging in low, as Robin said. Normally we'd have a gorgeous sunrise to look at, but nothing like that. 66 degrees right now with a northeast wind, and our humidity is on the high side. So we're definitely saturated. Could have a little bit of patchy fog out there. And we've had a few showers across southeastern Oklahoma. Also a few showers in the Panhandle this morning, but in Oklahoma City we are dry. We'll have about a 10% chance for a sprinkle, a shower or two through the day today. Our temperatures are running in the mid to upper 60s, a northeast breeze at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And for the kiddos, dress them in a light jacket. I mean, our temperatures are in the 60s. They're comfortable. This afternoon, though, we only warm it into the mid 70s. Coming up, a lot to talk about. How long does fall fling last? More rain and storm chances into the weekend. And check it out. Another cold front on your 9-day. I've got the details here in a few minutes, guys.
Megan, thank you. The first full week of high school football in Oklahoma has started, and one thing on every parent's mind, of course, safety. This comes 2 years after that deadly shooting at a Choctaw high school football game.
Yeah, we want the season to be very good and safe and everyone have a good time, and so does law enforcement. They say they're working with school districts on updating security policies. News 9's Haley Hetrick has more.
Ensuring both athletes and fans can be safe under the Friday night lights.
Let them compete. You know, let's cheer them on, let's praise them for what they're doing, and be mindful that we don't cause interruptions in the stands by disagreeing with other fans. You know, let's celebrate them and support them.
Oklahoma County Sheriff Tommy Johnson says his school resource officers not only patrol home games, they actually travel with the team during the season.
That law enforcement official will stay attached to the school for these events, such as, you know, football, basketball, things of that nature, to make sure the team is safe, make sure the fans are safe.
While each district has their own policy, most include officers on site, weapon detection systems, along with purse and bag restrictions. And many districts are enforcing a new rule this year.
If you are not affiliated with the teams who are playing, they're not allowing you in without adult supervision.
Hoping this will cut down on any unsafe activities inside the stadiums.
That's a remarkable change that's happened.
Sheriff Johnson's advice for districts.
Always constantly be evaluating.
looking at what safety protocols do or do not work well and addressing those as they come up.
That's just how you learn. You learn better and you do better going forward.
For Oklahoma's Own, I'm Haley Hetrick.
All right, so high school football action is here, and you are encouraged to check with your district for the game day policy. And congratulations to Tuttle last night, beating Guthrie that first game for high school football.
Of course, those safety protocols are also in place for college games here at the state as well. At the University of Oklahoma, fans will need to bring small or clear bags to go through those metal detectors. Also, expect specific road closures around the stadium. And then, as part of the SEC-wide policy, the university could be fined if fans throw any objects on the field. Also, if fans storm the field, the school could be fined $500,000.
Help us by, really creating an environment that's safe and not allowing objects or people to go on the field. And, let us use the money we have in our budget to invest in the athletes and not pay fines.
So last season, as you'll recall, OU was fined twice for fans storming the field after that big Alabama win.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Oklahoma State off to a great start. They win last night. Also, if you're going to see the Pokes play, the policies in place as well. You have to have a clear bag to get into the stadium. Fans at Boone Pickens Stadium also go through metal detectors. Again, no guns, no weapons, no banners, no flags, all prohibited. Please do not even try. For the full list of policies for both OU and OSU, check out our website, news9.com. Well, from being at the top of his game to sitting in the back of a police car arrested.
Yeah, the head football coach at the University of Central Oklahoma takes us back to one of his worst days. News 9 sports director Toby Rowland shares his story of recovery and redemption.
Adam Dorrell's coaching record speaks for itself. 4 national championships, and last year led UCO to one of the best seasons in school history. But on April 3rd, he was arrested and charged with misdemeanor DUI. After a suspension, UCO has reinstated him as head coach. I met with Adam Dorrell and asked him for his side of the story.
Vehicle, yes. I'm giving you a lawful command to step out of the vehicle. Yep. Are you refusing to step out of the vehicle? Work with you here. Go ahead and step out for me. Step out. Step out. Put your phone down. Put your phone down and step out of the vehicle.
Coach, let's start by talking about the events of April the 3rd. Can you just tell me what happened from your perspective?
It had been a kind of a long few years leading up to that day. It was a typical problem that I'd been going through, lack of sleep. I'd been having reoccurring nightmares about the trauma that I experienced. At that point in time, I had got to a situation in my life where I had had a substance abuse issue, and to go back to sleep, I would try to drink a little bit to go back to sleep, and I did that, went to work that day, was having a lot of issues that day, and went home. It was our off day, and unfortunately took some sleeping pills to try to go to sleep as well. And after that, the rest is history.
You've mentioned the trauma a couple of times. You even mentioned it that day a little bit, I think, to the officers. Can you tell us more about what you've been through?
I was in high school, and I witnessed a really traumatic event. I witnessed a really close friend of mine shoot himself in front of me and a couple of other friends. And it was just something, if you go back and look, I never processed it. There was very few days that I wouldn't think about it, one way or another, whether it was seeing a car that was like his or a song or something would kind of bring that event back.
This situation in April brought about you seeking help for that, and what kind of help have you?
Yeah, I just went and got some professional help from people that have dealt with PTSD before and substance abuse issues. And as bad as it was, my life is in such a better place right now. I've got to continue to work on my mental health and continue to seek help, which I am, and just go one day at a time.
You're a great football coach. You're National Coach of the Year multiple times. And yet there are going to be people watching this, maybe even in the UCO community, who say, he got behind the wheel under the influence, he could have killed somebody.
Sure.
He shouldn't be in this position. What would your message be to those people?
I literally thank God every day that I didn't hurt somebody. I went and got professional help, was away from my family for over a month, and I'm still getting help. And so again, I know it's really easy for me to talk about it. Now I've got to put my best foot forward and continue to get help and to work every day to be the you know, the best human being that I can be, the best father that I can be, the best coach that I can be.
Doral says he is grateful to UCO for standing behind him, and he hopes he can help others, especially his players who may be dealing with mental health or substance issues. UCO opens the season Saturday on the road at UT Permian Basin. Toby Rowland, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Very vulnerable in his interview and just sharing his experience. And I did think about that. What Toby mentioned there at the end is that for students that he's coaching to be able to say, I've lived it. This is why don't follow the same path. Right.
You know, tough times don't discriminate. We all go through our own types of battles, but for him to be that vulnerable is kind of a sobering wake-up call, it sounds like, too, for him. But that he can share his journey. And they always say your test becomes your testimony. So hopefully it will play out that he will continue to be able to help others along the way.
Yeah, and certainly I know Broncos season getting underway too. Rooting for them, rooting for the coach as well. As we turn now to the Bob Mills Weather Center, so many teams ready to hit the field this week. Megan, and tomorrow OU, 5 o'clock, it's looking pretty nice.
It is. We may have a few showers around, but nothing super widespread. Temperatures for the end of August, we could always be hotter. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s. Amazing tailgating weather. Here's the live look from our Lucky Stars Skycam network. The cloud deck is low this morning and we are dry. 66 degrees right now. Can't rule out a little bit of drizzle, some patchy fog, but this is really the first morning this week that we have not been tracking widespread rain and storms. We warm it to 74 degrees this afternoon. Another strong cold front on the way, tracking rain and storm chances into the holiday weekend. I've got your full forecast coming up right after this quick break.
This is to the early risers,
Good morning and welcome to News 9 this morning.
the preparers,
It's clear now, but for the pickup line, rain chances are going up.
the need-to-know-ers,
Changes coming to area schools.
the daily drivers.
Give yourself a few extra minutes out the door. We've got a couple of slow spots.
For all you get-up-and-goers,
Here's where to find family fun this weekend.
the team at the locally owned station knows how to get you ready. Great mornings start here. News 9 this morning on Oklahoma's own News 9.
6:45, your time right now on your Friday. We like to call it Friday around here.
Yay.
Friday.
We made it.
Donut Friday.
We didn't
There
have
you go.
donuts last week, did we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Someone's
Gotta
keeping
make
score.
up for it.
Okay, double dose coming our way, that's for sure.
Holiday weekend.
It's a holiday weekend. A lot of folks already out at the airport trying to get the jump early on the flights. Everything looking good on the
busy.
roads as well.
Yeah, we may have a little bit of drizzle in spots, but mostly dry. I mean, we've really been tracking statewide rain every single morning this week, and we don't have anything like that. So great news for the kiddos at the bus stop. Here's the live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Look how low the cloud deck is this morning. If you just peek out the door, you would think it's a super rainy morning. It's not, but we are very saturated. Humidity at about 95% right now. And so we could have some patchy fog develop, and monitoring that. Haven't seen anything like it. In the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's Northwest Expressway, Lake Hefner Parkway, and notice at the road level, visibility is just fine. To take you back from where we have been to where we are headed, remember last week we had big time heat. We had the big cold front move through earlier this week, and we have spent several days well below normal temperature wise. It was back on Tuesday, we were 68 degrees. Your Wednesday, your Thursday, we're both 78. And then look where we go from here. We've got several more days of the 70s. We're going to warm it back up, and then another cold front moves through Wednesday and into Thursday. That takes us back into the 70s. We could have morning temperatures in the 40s in far northern Oklahoma, definitely the 50s, and afternoon highs in the 60s and the 70s. So been hearing from a lot of you at home, how long does the pattern last? And at least in the short term, the next 9 to about 15 days, there is no big heat showing up. We'll see if we can warm it back up when we dry it out. But when we have the clouds around, the rain, I mean, we're limited to the 70s for sure. Here are your highs from yesterday. Look at all the low 70s across far northeastern Oklahoma because of the clouds and the rain. 78, it's almost like a gradient here. The farther west you go, 90s, and we had triple digits yesterday. We had heat index values in far southwestern Oklahoma about 110. So it really goes to show you when you've got the sunshine and the dry conditions, how much warmer you can be. We've had a few showers across the far south and east, a little bit of severe weather down south of the Red River, and then a few showers and storms building into the Panhandle early this morning. Notice not moving a whole lot, coming in out of a complex from Kansas and back into Colorado, the main body of the state. We have been dry and we will stay dry. Can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle to develop, but again, not tracking any widespread rain here for your Friday morning. Temperatures, they're running in the mid 60s. We've got a light east to about a northeast breeze, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And into the evening and the overnight hours tonight comes our next chance for rain and storms. Storms develop off the high plains and they'll roll into the Panhandle this evening into western Oklahoma during the overnight hours. And this is not completely locked in. Some data says the showers, the thunderstorms hold steady as they move into central Oklahoma tomorrow morning through midday. Other data says we're mostly dry, minus a few showers. So make sure you're kind of dialed in, especially if you have outdoor plans this weekend. And then Saturday night and into Sunday morning, we're going to do it all over again as more storms develop in the northwest and roll into Oklahoma City for your Sunday morning through midday. So rain chances today, a 10% chance for any given location, higher chances in the Panhandle, and our highs we're back to the 70s. It'll be a little bit warmer down to the south and west in spots with more sunshine, especially if you get more sunshine and you're totally dry today. Could climb several degrees into the 80s. Know we've got a lot of high school families headed out for some football tonight, and it looks perfect for the end of August. Here's the big picture into the weekend. We'll track rain and storm chances for your Saturday and your Sunday. A weak front comes in Monday into Tuesday, and then the main show to the middle to the end of next week. We're going to track another cold front Wednesday into Thursday as it brings more Canadian air in and brings in more rain chances. Temperatures, they're back to the 60s. Tonight, it's a 60% chance across the west, a 30% chance here in Oklahoma City, and that will try to move eastward tomorrow morning into the afternoon. That's not locked in, so make sure you're kind of dialed in tomorrow. Regardless, our highs, they're back to the 70s. It'll be an amazing day. Monday, we're going to warm it up a little bit more with a little bit more sunshine, a 20% chance for a few showers on your Labor Day. Tuesday and Wednesday were dry, highs in the low 80s with a north breeze, and then that next cold front comes through Wednesday into Thursday. Guys, we could have morning temperatures in the northern parts of the state in the 40s as we go into Friday. We'll have more as we get a little bit closer. Back over to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. Boy, big night up
I know today how that injury is for him. Hey, the Sooners, yep, the season opener is tomorrow. Illinois State coming to Norman, kickoff 5 p.m. If you are not going to the game, you can watch the game on ESPN+.
And 6:50, taking a live look at the roads this morning on our Lucky Star Skycam network, taking a look from our Cowboy Cam, I-44 right here, Labor Day traffic. So far, not so bad here on I-44. No major incidents in the area that are going to slow you down. But where the Labor Day travel does come in, right here. Well, maybe not so much. I guess folks got through TSA. Taking a live look at Will Rogers International Airport. Earlier this morning, that line was all the way backed up. So it looks like folks are moving through all right. So hopefully catching those flights on time. Busy weekend for travel.
All those 6 a.m. flights made it out the gate on time. Coming up, a UCO tennis player wins a very prestigious national award. We'll share it with you coming up. Coming up on the Coca-Cola Porch at 9 a.m. Oh, we're excited. It is Pep Rally Friday. They're our favorite Fridays. Addie Crawford will be live in El Reno. El Reno getting ready to take on Chickasha tonight. Don't miss the Pep Rally, though, at 9 today.
And a big congratulations to a University of Central Oklahoma tennis player who won a big award. Talking about Karina Yurchenko, a senior from Ukraine who received the 2024-25 Intercollegiate Tennis Association's Arthur Ashe Jr. Leadership and Sportsmanship Award. UCO says that she's the first student athlete at the university to win it. So congratulations.
One of 11 across the country, so to be right here from Edmond and UCO. She looks like a great tennis player too, doesn't she?
No doubt. I wouldn't want to play her.
Yeah.
They hit those
I
balls
could
pretty
probably
fast.
beat you, Colby.
I'm
No.
sure you could.
You guys would make a killer doubles.
Yeah. Maybe pick a ball. We could probably get them. There you go. That's more our style. Yeah. Hey, it's a holiday weekend. We got big football games tonight, tomorrow, holiday weekend. Megan, it's an exciting time.
It is. High school football looks great tonight. Overcast skies here on your Friday morning. Temperatures are running in the upper 60s with a light breeze. Can't rule out a sprinkle or two this morning. Into the afternoon, a slight chance for a shower. Highs back in the 70s. Chance for a few showers tomorrow. If you're headed to the OU game, make sure you check back in over the next couple days.
You're going to head to Rocklahoma to see Drowning Pool, right? You love them.